And the rosemary is actually excellent for memory. So if you've got tendency to have Alzheimer's or dementia, I'm Ronald. This afternoon, I've got the privilege of talking to you from a spot in Redbridge, which I'd say 95% of people wouldn't know about. And this place here that we are at now is called the Angler's Rest. But 15 years ago, it was an actual rubbish tip being used by the Redbridge Council to dump rubbish in. So 15 years ago, the owner is now a friend of ours, Gordon. Gordon retired from the building trade 15 years ago. He managed to get hold of this place, cleaned up all the rubbish, and he built feature after feature, including a residence as well. Have a look at a residence, and several other garages, and also a cantilever bridge is building now. There's a lake there on the side like that. You can see the lake. There's about 3 to 5 acres of lakes. And here, I'm showing you one of the most organic, healthiest rosemary herbs you've ever seen. You can see the flowers, the blue flowers. It's been blooming magnificently. Look at the size of it. That tree must be about 20 years old. Now, the great news is about rosemary. Anzac Day is coming up on the 25th of April, and when we remember the people that were at the war, fallen or died off, we can actually take a sprig of that rosemary, and our medals are here or here, and we put the sprig in there, and that's showing signs of remembrance of our fallen comrades or people that have passed on since the war. Every war that we've participated in, English War, Second World War, First World War, Vietnam War, Korean War, we can actually, that's how we remember. We take a sprig of that, we put it on our medal, and that's a great gesture. All right, so we're looking forward to that. Now, at the same time, we're going to take another tree. This is, I think that's called a hollyhock. That's not a herb. You can actually use those flowers to make tea with. It's called a hollyhock, and you brew that for 8 minutes. Put honey with it, and you can also use a rosemary for tea. And the rosemary is actually excellent for memory. So if you've got tendency to have Alzheimer's or dementia, you use use 2 or 3 sprigs of that. For example, I will show you an example. I'll give you the amount you would need. Okay, that's the amount you would need for a cup of tea. Okay, put the flowers, everything in like that. Put that in a pot, in a teapot. Brew it for 8 minutes, and then put in the teacup, teaspoon of honey, and you do that 2 or 3 times a day. That will rejuvenate your brain. Okay, your memory will be recovering because of that. Okay.